Hey guys, I'm Jackie Moran here with the adorable Colton and Cassie from Bachelor Nation. You guys, they're here with us. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
People love you guys. Like seriously, do you just like get that now anywhere you go? It's like crazy.
Yeah, people are so nice.
Yeah, the support's
honestly.
been great.
Yeah.
All right, well, the people I know love you guys, so that's all that matters. You count on the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, so tell me, I feel like life has probably been a whirlwind since, since the show.
Insanity.
It's been nonstop for
Yeah.
like a month and a half now, so
Lots
it's been crazy.
of things to do. We've been going and changes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you said you like haven't even had a weekend to just relax since
No.
everything has
No.
happened, right?
No, this is our first
yeah.
weekend that we have like off completely, other than Sunday, but we have Friday and Saturday off.
So what is like the first thing you're gonna do with your weekend off together?
Nothing.
Nothing. We don't want to make plans.
I don't want to talk.
We don't-
I just want to like stare at the wall. I
Gonna
don't
make
know.
pancakes or just lay there or what?
Yeah. So I'm staying in my pajamas the whole day.
Yeah, that's.
me too.
I mean, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's a true weekend off if you're
Right.
in your pajamas,
Right.
right? So, what have you guys like since the show? What's been the best thing that you guys have done together with all the craziness?
We've had so many like unbelievable opportunities and experiences so far, and
Yeah.
it's been great. I think one of our favorite weekends so far, we went to the ACMs, country
That was
music
really
in Vegas.
fun. Yeah.
And
Anything
it was
country
great.
and Stagecoach.
Yeah,
That also
Stagecoach was
country.
great too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun performances. Who did you get excited to see perform?
Everyone.
I mean, yeah, it's so hard to like pick a favorite. I mean,
Yeah.
we anywhere from Michael Ray to Russell Dickerson. I mean, Dan and Shay swept at the ACMs. I mean, those guys are unbelievable.
Yeah.
So the list can go on and on. I know I'm missing people, but
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I know it's been a whirlwind. So,
Yeah.
what is the like? How has it been different since like the cameras stopped rolling on you guys? Or I mean, I'm sure it still feels like you're in the spotlight,
Yeah.
but since like those actual cameras from the show stopped rolling, how's life felt?
That's when our relationship took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's been 3 different phases of it, like
Right.
filming and then when the show's airing, but we're together, and then,
Yeah.
then after finale when it's like it's out and
Right.
it's finally normal.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been just crazy and all over the board, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good. We're so happy.
So you mentioned it airing. So have you watched the show back?
Yes, we watched it as it aired.
We watched it as it aired,
Yeah.
and then we watched other seasons too. We've been using the app Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi. Tell me about
so
that.
Tubi TV. You can get it on your Apple TV. You can get it on your cell phone. And right now, My Season of Paradise is on there, and then also the very first Bachelor and Bachelorette. So you could like
Right.
go all the way back to the beginning, sort of see how things have changed. But
Right.
the one thing that hasn't changed is the show's about love. So
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Tubi TV, check it out. It's really cool. It has all sorts of. It's actually has a bigger content library than Netflix. So
Really?
it has a ton of
crazy.
TV shows and movies.
They even have like the Trista and Ryan wedding on there,
They
don't they?
do.
Yes.
The wedding special.
Are you guys friends with them? 'Cause
We
I
just
love them.
met, or I just.
We
have
just
you
both met them. Yeah,
before?
we just met them
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah?
They're so nice. and
What
so
did they
fun.
impart on you? Did they give you any wisdom from being?
You know what?
about-
They really didn't, but I think it's because Trista knows like you really can't give anybody advice.
Right.
You know, I always get asked like, what advice do you have for Hannah? It's like everybody has their own way to go about this. You
They
know?
did. Ryan said, Trista's always right.
Oh, that was Ryan's advice.
That was
Trista's
his
always
I
advice.
feel
right.
like show or no show, that's still a good advice. Any
Yeah.
relationship.
I took notes on that one.
Yeah, that's
I'm still learning that.
Just like make it your top iPhone note, like
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So now you guys seem very at peace, very like happy, zen. Like, how do you feel, Cassie? I want to start with you. Like, I know we saw so much on the show about you being torn and your doubts. Like, how do you
Yeah.
feel as you sit here today?
Good. I mean, the show ended so long ago that it was so weird going back in time when we were watching it and being like, oh, we're so much past that and like so
Yeah.
much further along. But I mean, I just feel like I'm in a normal relationship. I mean, obviously not normal. It's better than normal.
Normal with millions of Insta
Yeah.
followers. And
That's
all.
not normal at all. We're still adjusting
We're trying to find
that.
like normal moments within
Yeah.
like tonight we're going to see Avengers and we're going out to dinner and like we are so excited. You'd think we're going to like the billboards or the ACMs again. We're just
Right.
like a dinner and a movie. This is gonna be great.
I love it.
Stars are just
Right.
like us. I
Yeah.
love it. So, I mean, so now for you, do you feel like totally settled on your side? Like, I mean, you guys just really do look very happy since the moment you walked in. But like,
Yeah.
how do you feel about it?
I think like especially these last few weeks, I've sort of become at peace. I feel like very early on, coming off of the show and after the finale was wrapped, I always felt like I had to defend our relationship because it didn't end in engagement, and that's what Bachelor fans are used to. So for the longest time, I was like defending and trying to set dates, being like, "Hey, we're gonna get engaged within this time frame." And like now, I'm just like, "We're dating, we're having fun. This is like the moments that we want to like really just live in."
Yeah.
So we don't want to plan anything. We don't want to have like set expectations or put any pressure on just because that's what the show told us we had to do.
Right.
So we're just enjoying being a normal couple.
Yeah. So when you got that ring on Jimmy Kimmel, like,
Yeah.
how did you? What was going through your mind when he handed that to him? Because I feel like you were like, is this gonna happen now?
I mean, I wasn't like actually thinking it was gonna happen. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way. Like, I would have been a little bit more prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait a second, what's going on? I don't know. I was a little confused. I
Like,
didn't know
are we
he
back on
actually
the- like,
gave
what's
it to
happening?
us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't know it was actually a gift from him.
Yeah, I
to
still
us.
have it. So we're swapping it into exactly what she wants, because if it's going to be on her finger for the
Oh.
rest of her finger for the rest of her life, we want it to be perfect.
So you are talking about this, I see.
Oh, we talk about our future.
Yeah, we talk about our
Right.
future.
Okay.
For
And
sure.
so what do you want, or you don't want to say?
The
just
kind of
yet?
ring?
Yeah.
Okay. I want.
She's like, I know
She's like,
exactly.
hold on
Let me
one
tell
second.
you.
Let's
okay?
go right down.
paint
Take
this
it from the
picture.
It's very
top.
simple. I like simple.
Yes.
And then it will like go with everything. I don't know. Simple gold band and then a solitaire oval.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Oh, right on. Right
Yeah.
on.
You
Okay,
notice when she
I
did
always said that right.
solitaire oval, she's like,
I know.
This
the
big.
hands got much
and
bigger.
it's like,
On a big rock.
I'm gonna have to call Jimmy. Hey, dude, we're gonna need a bigger ring.
Oh my God, that's so great. No, but at least you know like exactly what you want,
Yeah.
and then you know share it with him, and then you do have to wear it for
Yes.
the rest of your life.
Keep
so.
you updated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, so do you guys? Obviously, you're not going to fight with her on that one, but do you guys feel like you agree on things, disagree on things, like as you're going
think-
along here?
Of course, we're a normal. There's things that come in. The good thing is we have conversations. I feel like our relationship is very healthy, and we talk openly about when we do disagree
Yeah,
with
we
each
talk
other.
about a lot of things.
And she's made me aware and understand things that I might have not been closed-minded to, but just not understood.
Right.
Or just said things and just didn't realize how it came off or how it sounded. So
Yeah.
she keeps me in check.
You're making me sound like I'm crazy.
No, I mean
I
in
can
all the
tell
best
you're
ways.
very don't worry, I'm not
cute,
getting
kind-hearted
in a cute
way.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So we actually have a fan question here. So from Sarah Colton, have you seen Cassie's dad since the show?
I have, yeah. We've spent some time with her family quite a bit.
They've gone golfing together.
Yeah.
Oh, golf! You you
Yeah.
bond over golf, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just there's a lot of new things and life's changed a little bit, and
Yeah.
I just want him to have the opportunity to get to know me as a person
Yeah.
versus having to watch me on TV show and
Right.
really try to figure it all out. So
Yeah.
it's important to me that my family and I get along with her family and she gets along with mine, because we're both family valued, and that's something that we aligned on.
Yeah. Where's your family at? Because I know obviously we
Yeah.
saw a lot of them, and their thoughts and
the
doubts.
majority of my family is still in Illinois, and then my parents, and then my brother and his wife is in Colorado.
Yeah.
So I don't get back to Illinois as much as I should, but I do see my parents, and they're actually coming out this weekend too. So,
So
my
for your
dad
first
is.
weekend
Yeah.
off, you got the
Yes.
parents coming.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
next week my mom comes out with my dog Sniper. So
Oh my
he's
gosh.
moving out. My dog's retiring out west, so he's slowly made his way out, and he's
Yeah.
retiring on the beach. So
So and now, how do they feel now that like there's been a little bit of time since the show?
they're still adjusting. I think
Yeah.
both our families right now are still going through this adjustment, especially with how busy we are.
Yeah.
And I don't,
I
hopefully
think
it's
the-
going to slow down a little bit. But.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about all of it for everyone is just how busy we've been.
Right.
Because like for my birthday, Colton and one of my best friends, Linda, planned a surprise party for me. And it was like the best thing because all of my family and friends were there. It was like exactly what I needed, and I'm sure you need, because you don't get to give these people attention that you were so used to spending time with.
Yeah.
So that's
How
the
was
hardest part.
that?
So
It was
good.
good.
It was,
It was
so
good. It worked.
sweet.
You know what? She was doing homework the whole car ride down, and we literally pull off to the PCH, 10 minutes from her house, and she like looks at me. She goes, "Are we in Huntington?" Like she didn't even realize the whole car ride because she was just doing homework. But that's how she is. She's so locked into doing her homework.
Oh my
we were in the car because we were stuck in LA traffic, so we were there for 2 hours in the car ride, and she didn't put it together until right when we got like 10 minutes away
oblivious.
from her
Oh
house.
my gosh. Now, and so you actually live in the same building, right, as a former contestant also, right?
Yeah.
So would she have been at the party? Are you guys like really
She was.
friends?
She was there,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I made sure she was invited.
Yeah. we
So
all
it's
hung
not
out.
weird? Like,
No, I think people think it's weird for obvious reasons.
right.
But it's been so much time, and then also when you're off the show, I think we've just become so much closer and
Yeah.
grown so much in our relationship that it's just different than it was while filming.
Yeah.
you
And
know,
like Kaylin and I's relationship's obviously different now than what it was on the show. Is
Right.
you know, she's friends with Cassie, and I wouldn't tell Cassie who she can and can't be friends with. That's not fair.
Right.
So yeah, and I'm friends with Blake and Garrett, and I even keep up with Becca just because Becca checks in on how Cassie's doing with
It's
me.
a very strange.
It's a very strange
thing.
brother sisterhood sorority fraternity thing that not a lot of people understand.
It's like the dating background part doesn't like bother
No.
anybody. It's like just
Because you all have
you're
the mutual
bonded.
understanding that you were filming a TV show.
Right.
I think so often contestants come off and leads come off and they're like, "Oh, we got to protect the show." Like,
Right.
we got to. It's like, no, we were filming a TV show. We knew we were filming a show. That doesn't make this not real.
Yeah.
It's just we were understanding that we were filming a show.
Yeah, I get it. So, do you go on double dates? Do you go that far to go on double dates with any other couples?
We
I-
went on with Jason and Caitlin.
Jason and Caitlin, yeah. And I hope Caitlin finds somebody on Paradise.
Yeah.
I really do,
too. I
'cause then-
can't wait for those
Then they
double
could start
dates.
double dating.
Oh my goodness! All right, and also speaking of, next seasons, what do you think about Hannah being the next Bachelorette?
We're excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch her season, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one.
It's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah.
I think so.
And so obviously you have a lot of fans that have a lot to say. How do you feel about kind of like the fans that are hard on you about all of this, the way it all went down, kind of like the haters out there? How do you deal with that side of it?
I mean, we can't really pay too much attention to it because we did things our way. We did what was best for our relationship, and we're freaking happy right now.
Yeah.
So if they're concerned about our love life, I mean,
Frickin' happy.
they should be because we're
I'm
freaking
just gonna
happy.
be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard when you get in like go down a rabbit hole and kind of start
Yeah.
looking at negative things. It can
Yeah.
get a little
Yeah.
sad, but
Yeah.
we just can't focus on it. So
Right.
Yeah,
try to focus on the positive.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, we have another fan question here from Liz. How are Jason and Caitlin? She moved on fast from Sean.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to get too much into their business. Jason and Caitlin are extremely happy, and I
Yeah,
think
they're so cute.
you know, the
They're so
media
fun.
can report only what they know, but that's Caitlin and Sean's business, and Jason I know is a respectful guy, and I'm sure he went about it in a polite way.
Yeah.
But they're happy. Like those two are so happy, and they are going through some of the same things we are too, is like adjusting to this sort of fast-paced lifestyle, trying to figure out, you know, what's next.
Right. So, did you just move into a new house like
I did,
recently, right? Because
yeah.
I'm following you on that Insta.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
It's
so
great.
It's
lots
so
of room
great.
in it. Any
There is,
any
you know.
thoughts on
No, I think I
you're
think,
a tiny person. You could
No, well, you know what? The sad part is I've had that house for 3 months now, and I think I've spent 10 nights there.
Oh my gosh.
So like, and
So you have to decorate,
well,
probably.
it's, yeah,
It's pretty decorated.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I
got it.
love interior design. So
Really? Oh, yeah,
So I
cool.
sort of did it all up pretty nice, and it's a good crash pad for when I go home.
Yeah.
So I don't have to sleep in a hotel or sleep over at her place. So I could have my space.
Yeah.
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 So, like, we talked about ring design, but in terms of, like, wedding, marriage, babies, I mean, like, how much do you actually talk about doing those things? How quick? Timeline? Anything?
You know, we don't really have a timeline on all of it
Yeah.
right now at all. We've definitely talked about it, but we're just enjoying right now and not
Yeah.
worrying about
I think we're
it.
just dating for the intent and purposes, and we just don't want to rush something that's going to last forever.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point in that. We want to build such a strong foundation for ourselves to use to sort of launch us for the rest of our lives. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
So, I feel like you could do a couple of things. Would you ever televise your wedding? Is that, like, when you get to that
We've
point?
been asked about that, and
Yeah.
honestly, we
Yeah.
haven't like really talked about it or thought about it. But I mean, anything's kind of on the table right now, and we would consider
They would consider it. Oh, hey now.
Yeah.
And speaking of TV shows, Anna wants to know, would you do an HGTV show like Chip and Joanna?
Yeah, I think I definitely would. I would love that.
Maybe you could do the
love
televised wedding, then the next
I mean,
round.
we
the
are
next-
we are
the
talking about a
spin-off.
possibility of our own show. So we're trying to figure out sort of what's next, what makes sense. We have a lot on her plate right now. She's still in school, so it's just all timing wise and what's
Yeah.
right for our relationships and our lives. And I think it's just what show is the best fit for us. So.
Yeah.
What do you think would be the best fit?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. There's been a lot of things that we've kind of like talked about, but yeah, we don't. We
there's
haven't really
been
come
quite
to
a few, and there's been
conclusion
some
yet.
really there's been some fun, interesting ones, and we enjoyed filming the show. Like
Yeah.
and she did one prior. I did obviously Paradise and Bachelorette. So we sort of know how to handle it a little bit while you're filming.
Yeah.
So we're trying to just figure out what's best for us in our relationship.
Yeah. So in terms of, reality shows, actually this wasn't your first reality show either. Fans kind of reacted about that along the way.
Yeah.
How did that hit you? What did you think about that whole part of it?
Honestly, I mean, that was like a thing we filmed in college like years ago, and then the season 2 of it happened right before Bachelor, but it was so, happened so quick, and I had no idea about Bachelor, so, and it wasn't that big of a deal. It was like a docuseries, and it kind of blew up, I think, more than I ever pictured it blowing
Yeah.
up. I
When
didn't.
you just film something and it's like,
yeah, and I was
then
like,
all of a sudden
oh my
it's
gosh,
like
it
everywhere.
wasn't
All of
like
a
a
sudden it has
crazy
the same
reality
launch date as The
show.
Bachelor in the same weeks.
That was a mess to deal with, and it was a
Yeah,
pain.
but here's the thing: is I went on shows. I did Paradise. I did Bachelor. She took an opportunity to have fun with her friends, and you can't ever hold that against
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. So did anybody
It's kind
from
of happened.
right? So exes things like, did anybody speak out that wishing you
No.
any which way, wishing you well, wishing you
No,
not
everyone's
so well?
on good terms, no
Yeah.
problems with it, except for random people online
Right.
about things.
That you stay away from that.
People like to
Yeah.
have opinions. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, everyone has their
everyone
opinion.
has
Yep.
one. Everyone
Yeah.
has one.
Yep.
Actually, Allie's chiming in here. Will you watch Hannah's season? We
Oh,
said
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're on board for that. Anyone
Yeah.
you would match her with?
I honestly haven't even looked at her
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, I
We've
know
been
she-
so busy.
Yeah, there's a few guys, right, that are. It's obviously premiering soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think, just in terms of going back into Bachelor Nation, what kind of guy do you think is going to be the right kind of guy?
Hannah?
Well, I think somebody who's like a straight shooter and honest. If anybody ever lies to her or deceives her,
Yeah.
he's gone for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the guys that came out on the finale night, those are the only ones I really
That's all I knew too.
Yeah.
know of. There was one, I don't remember his name, but he looked like
Yeah.
maybe one of them.
Yeah, someone out there, right?
Yeah.
So, so Emily's chiming in here, Colton. Have you ever jumped any more fences after the show?
I actually.
Seriously?
You jumped up.
I know. But that was first of all, did you really jump that fence like that? Because it was insane.
Yeah.
How the athleticism about that.
That
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
That was adrenaline's a very powerful drug, and
Yeah.
when you need to get away from the show, that's what you do. But yeah, I think as a joke, I've jumped a few of them. I didn't know it was gonna be an iconic moment on
Yeah,
TV.
what was
one
going-
fence you jumped and you cut
Oh,
your
no.
leg.
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
jump
So I went to jump the fence, and the ground was a little wet and soggy, and I didn't have the spring that I was looking for, and I
no.
sort of caught my jeans and ripped them and cut my leg.
This was that moment, or
Yeah,
this was
but
another
I'm just
time?
really,
Another
I'm just
moment.
really glad that no camera crew was there to film it.
This is another time.
This is another
My
time.
Yeah.
goodness. So you are a fence jumper. You're into this.
Yeah. I'm sort of just running with it.
You did
But it
one
was special.
really
I
good
did
one.
I did one really good one because she was involved.
Yes, that's true. So when you
If I
think
run
back to
away
that
again.
moment, it was just an of the moment thing, but do you feel like you would do anything different, or?
No, I mean I could do 1,000 things different. I could.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement. I could have said and gone about certain situations and handled it more appropriately.
Yeah.
But I mean everything led me to here in this moment where I'm at now. So I'm just very happy.
Yeah, and I know you've been asked a million, billion, jillion times.
Yes.
Let's make it about this. How many times do you think you've been asked about your virginity in life now?
Way too many.
Yeah.
More than any man or woman should ever be asked. But yeah, it's just that's another thing. I didn't expect that to get the traction it did. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But nope, they definitely made that a storyline, huh?
Of course. And now at this point, do you feel like it would just be easier to get it out there, or just like keep it
No,
private, or
definitely not. I think at this point it's just like less is more. We're not talking about it. We're not going to advertise it. It's one of those things that's between us, and I think moving forward, just I know I've been open and candid about it, but just for us, we made the decision that we're just going to do our own thing and keep that between us.
All right. Well, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I'm gonna let you have that one. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much to Colton and Cassie. You guys, I'm Jackie. I've been having so much fun hanging with you guys.
Thank you so much.
And we're excited to see what's next for you.
Awesome.
All right. Good luck, guys. Bye.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.